called our mothers bad girls on threads.
But how do you explain that an Ejagam woman, for instance, has a child with a Boki man, has another child with an Ugeb man, has another child with an Ikom man, has another child with an Obudu man? How do we explain that?
It's multicultural.
Men do not want shared responsibility when it comes to morality. They just believe that women should be the upright people.
Some will tell you, my mother has stayed married, or our parents stayed married for 30 years, 40 years. But one question they fail to ask is, you in this generation, you cannot stay married for 5, 10 years, you want to divorce. Was your mother happy though?
If, for instance, you are in a marriage where you are being abused, your husband is cheating unapologetically, there's nobody to talk to, because even if you go and talk to your mother, they'll say stay in the marriage, pray for him.
This is proudly sponsored by Track Homes, Nigeria's leading hotel and apartment businesses, available to service all your accommodation needs wherever you find yourself in the country. But first of all, we'll start with Cross River State. All right, we'll give you more details about this as we go on. Now, today to come talk to us about one burning issue, because we've had lots and lots of men draw this comparison every time. Any small thing you will hear, our mothers did not do this, our mothers did not do this. You women of this generation, our mothers, did they really not do this? So we have Peace Ndoma in the house. Peace is a broadcaster. Peace is a spoken word artist. Peace is a businesswoman. Most importantly, Peace is a woman. And I would like to say she's lived both worlds, because she really has. She truly has. Forget about her face. She looks very young. Anyways, we'll just go straight to it. Peace, nice to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Our mother's generation and this generation women. Which one you would prefer?
Okay.
Just see yourself like this.
Okay. I'll choose our generation.
Why? That
Well,
generation had virtue, had morals,
Oh,
had discipline. They were
okay.
decent.
Okay. With deep respect to our mothers, I believe that morality is not tied to suffering, endurance, and silence. This generation of women are more self-aware, and they're also morals.
Is that not a problem? Because sometimes they make it look like being self-aware is not. Why should a woman be that self-aware, sir?
Well, it's very necessary for a woman to be self-aware, because one of the things that helps, sorry, one of the things that it does for a woman is the fact that it helps you make conscious choices. You are not being coerced to do a thing that you know that will not favor you. It is out of your own consciousness that you do certain things that you want to do. But during the days of our mothers, sometimes or most of the time, they were being coerced to do some things, probably because they did not have a choice.
I don't really think so, though. They're not having choices. But first of all, I don't know why. I will remind you again. No matter how much you try to run away from this, we spoke at length about this behind the camera.
Okay.
And we are going to speak about it on record.
Okay.
Peace. Peace, oh. And peace. Peace. Not me. Peace called our mothers bad girls on threads. Bad girls with thread hair.
Clock it.
Peace, what do you mean by bad girls with thread hair?
Okay, let me give an instance. A lot of times people talk about indecency in this generation. And the generation of our mothers, they were decent, right? They were modest. But how do you explain that an Ejagam woman, for instance, has a child with a Boki man, has another child with an Ugeb man, has another child with an Ikom man, has another child with an Obudu man? How do we explain that?
It's multicultural.
Now, that's not just it, oh. There are other things, but this is it. Now, they dress very well. They are very decent. They wear clothes that cover their bodies. They even do thread hair. That a lot of people think.
Very long thread hair.
Yes, people think that thread hair is not attractive in this generation. They did thread hair back then, but they did a lot of things behind the scene, under the carpet.
Somebody even said the DNA and paternity fraud is prominent right now because of the social media, because of internet and everything.
Yeah.
They can vouch that they have so many siblings who had different fathers that they are not even aware of.
That's true.
And
That's true.
this is from the same generation men are applauding
Hmm.
like this.
They
So do
don't.
you really think it's an internet thing that has caused women to be self-aware, or it's something else?
I think that it has changed. Change is constant. You don't expect that the generation of our mothers should still be this generation because a lot of things have changed. And of course, one of the constant things in life is change.
Yeah.
So as technology is improving, definitely there are some things that people did not know before that they will know now. Now, this paternity testing has been there. You can argue with me. It has been there. It's just that technology was not so developed, and so it was not brought to public knowledge. But now a lot of things are happening. People are being self-aware. Let me use that word. People are being self-aware, and they are now very shameless about it. But those days, people were hiding their shame. Hiding a lot of things behind the camera.
And I think a lot of men understood, because you will come and meet this woman. She already has a child for a different man entirely. And they don't mind.
Yes.
They will still have another child with her. And the father of the other children are like coexisting. Is it that men don't want to coexist with women? This like understand that I will have a child with so many men, and you have to be fine with it. Like you really can't do anything about it.
This generation of men do not want shared responsibility when it comes to morality. They just believe that women should be the upright people. Yes, their own, they should not be upright.
Oh, a man is polygamous by nature. Singing, yes, I can understand that.
Well, the same blood runs through our veins. We still have urges. So if a woman wants to cheat, she will cheat, and she will do it codedly.
We are
Your
going
own,
there.
they'll catch you. But you see, when a woman wants to cheat, she doesn't have to ring a bell. She doesn't have to be proud about it. She'll just do it.
But why though? How do women get away with this thing?
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
But
no, no. We are being like honest and straightforward here
okay.
as women. Not because this is something we have the ability of practicing or anything. No,
Mm.
absolutely not. Because women stay in marriages, have multiple children for different fathers, and the man does not suspect. In an instance where she doesn't gift you a child from her ex or from her present, I mean, women carry out a lot of atrocities without even saying anything. At home, they are still the dutiful wife, preparing your dishes, getting the children ready for school, running a peaceful home, basically. But a man cannot go outside and see one or two bodies without the woman catching a sniff of it. Why? How are women able to cover these things up and men are not able to cover theirs?
Well, I just think that women know what men want. First, men want women who, whenever they do a thing or do something bad, they should keep quiet. They should not talk about it. They should maintain the peaceful, yes, yes, the house should be peaceful and everything. So now, women who, I'm very sure that a lot of women do not like men who are cheating, but they just stay in the marriage. So the ones that probably want to take revenge will now decide that, okay, I'm going to do this thing, but since he wants me to be peaceful, I'll be peaceful. So they'll be peaceful. They'll give you a peaceful home, but they'll be doing things under your nose. Yes. So this is for men. Moral, how do they call it? Morality is shared. It is not gender specific. A woman should be morally upright, just the way a man should be morally upright. Because since you're now being proud of the fact that men are polygamous in nature, if a woman wants to deal with you, you'll be sure. Let me take a sip.
Take a sip, my sister. Take a sip, because you have dropped a lot of things. Now we'll still go back to our mother's generation and this generation of women. We mentioned self-awareness being in the picture here. Now, another thing most of our parents took with a smile, because some will tell you, my mother stayed married, or our parents stayed married for 30 years, 40 years. But one question they fail to ask is, you in this generation, you cannot stay married for 5, 10 years, you want to divorce. Was your mother happy though? Was she really happy? So is it about the length of marriage? Is it about, yeah, is the marriage is up to 30 or 40 or 50 years? Does it really mean that the marriage is something worth emulating? Is that the area where our generation is not doing better than our mother's generation?
Well, this society that we are believes that it is a woman that keeps a woman. So, you know how when you're growing up in a family, they train the female children to be good wives,
Yeah.
but they never train the men. They'll say, sit, don't sit like that, sit like a girl. Stop answering back. Is that how you go and talk to your husband? Is that how you go and do this? So a woman is shaped, but a man is not shaped. Now, if, for instance, you are in a marriage where you are being abused, your husband is cheating unapologetically, there's nobody to talk to, because even if you go and talk to your mother, they'll say, stay in the marriage, pray for him.
Pray for him. What was a favorite word? Don't allow Satan take your home. Satan is not taking my home. I don't see Satan in my house. There's a man in my house who uses his fist on me, who stabs me, who withdraws financial support when he's upset. That's not Satan. That's a human being.
Yes.
And that could probably be a crossover man. But anyways, later.
Not everything is spiritual.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Men need to work on their character, and parents need to teach their male children that morality is not gender specific. A man should have character. A man should be disciplined. It is not the duty of only the woman to build a home. It is a shared responsibility, because you cannot come and frustrate somebody's daughter. Imagine that I've been well trained to be a good wife, and I now come and marry the weapon fashioned against me. There's no how that home is going to prosper.
Word. Please repeat it again. Seriously, repeat it again. I have to write that down somewhere. Because actually, a lot of people are married to the weapon formed against them.
Yes.
But what are some of the things our parents, our mothers did? Because right now we are focused on our mothers.
Okay.
What are some of the things our mothers did that are worth emulating? Because I don't want it to look like our mothers' generation were too laid back, accepted all sorts of abuse, emotional, verbal, and even financial abuse, all in the name of keeping a home.
Okay.
Some of these things they did that, if we look truly, well, they did. They tried. So let's imitate that.
First, I'll say hardworking. I think most of the hardworking ladies in this generation took it from their mothers. Because when you see a woman who is running a home, also owning a business, going to farm, those days they were used as laborers. You see a man sitting down not doing anything, but you see a woman out there after going to farm and harvesting crops, coming back, coming to cook pound fufu, do a lot of things. Sometimes it gives you the inspiration that if my mom could do this thing, then definitely I can do this thing.
Doesn't that sound like a repeated cycle of trauma?
Yes, it is, but it's a two-way thing, if you ask me. You could take it as an inspiration. A trauma can be an inspiration too.
How do you mean?
Well, I believe that people can heal. You can take sorry. For instance, now, your mom, just like I explained, is such a hardworking person. I know that the man did not really help to do anything. She might go to farm and then come back to cook and everything. But then you know that she's actually suffering, because now you are self-aware.
Yeah.
But back in the days, you did not know that she was suffering. You just felt it is the duty
Responsibility.
of a woman. Yes. So now that you're now self-aware, you could turn that into an inspiration and be somebody who wants to make it in life.
Oh, but a man will say, no, you're too ambitious.
Hmm.
Yes, because as a woman, you say, this, I totally understand that. The parts my mom walked, I really appreciate that. I value it, but I don't want that to be my story too.
Yeah.
So I would take a detour, but a better detour. And you meet a man along the way and he tells you, no, that's too much.
You know how it is in a home? Your dad has a particular plate and cup that he uses to eat. Now, growing up as a child, each time I'm washing plates, I wash that plate first and that cup first.
With plenty attention.
Yes, you see that your mom respects your dad in that.
Yeah.
So you handle it with care. So one thing I'll take out is respect. And even me, if I get married today, I believe that I'll transfer that thing to my home.
Definitely.
My husband is going to have a beautiful, well carved, shaped plate.
You make the beautiful well sound like a woman. I won't feel like maybe you won't give your husband another babe. But anyways, now
Yeah.
another thing too is because we cannot talk about our mothers without we can't exclude our fathers in this because our
Yeah.
mothers did not marry themselves. What are some of the traits the men our mothers of that generation got married to, especially from our side that we find irritating or annoying?
Okay. The fact that they say men are polygamous in nature, but they use that as an opportunity to cheat.
Oh yeah.
If you want to be polygamous in nature, be polygamous now. Let's know that you are polygamous. Those days, if our parents want to marry, they marry first wife, second wife, they marry them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't keep side chicks, they marry.
Well, we cannot be so sure
Okay.
because we have fathers who have children outside that
Yeah, that's true.
only showed up during burial because that was when they
Yeah.
learned that they had a father somewhere.
Okay.
So they did cheat.
They did cheat.
They did cheat. Oh, a
Hmm.
lot of it. A lot of it. They did cheat.
But at least they married so many wives and they agreed that they are polygamous in nature. But these ones, they are hiding under the men are polygamous in nature and they don't want to marry a second wife, but they want to keep a side chick. And they are so proud of it. And they expect that the woman should accept that men are polygamous in nature after they are being caught cheating. So it hurts.
It burns.
Yes.
It
So
burns. I won't even
it
lie.
is something that irritates me so much to my marrows.
Something just came to mind right now, and I don't even know if I should say it, but anyway, we are here to talk about everything and anything,
Yeah.
right? It's the audacity.
Mm.
It's the audacity these men use to ask you to be a side chick in the relationship. Had single men, if single men have a bit of the audacity married men from this side have, I think a lot of single men would have been married by now.
That's true.
The audacity married men in this divide used to work.
Maybe marriage gives them the audacity.
Is it marriage? I don't even know what to blame because why are you trying so hard to convince this girl to be your side piece?
Hmm.
You don't want to get married to her, like you rightly said. They don't want to marry you. They just want to keep you there. And they will do everything in their power. I mean, it makes no sense. And thereafter, when this girl agrees now, you turn around and tell her lose.
Yes. Indiscipline.
You should
Spoiled.
hear the way they sit at Montana, Casa, all these their lounges at Ecom specifically. The way they sit at Montana and drag Montana Stadium, Casa, is it La Casa de Papel or Casa de Dream? One of the Casas, Casa Dream Lounge. The way they sit down and bash women, it makes absolutely no sense. And I keep wondering, these women did not chase themselves. You chase them.
With them.
You did not chase them 1 day, 2 days. You pursue them, and they give in, maybe for one reason or the other, and suddenly they are the bad people. So yeah, I think the audacity the married men in this side of the states walk around with is pissing me off on a different level. So now, unsolicited. This is a particular segment we'll do before we round up.
Okay.
Unsolicited. Unsolicited. Don't think about it. The first thing that comes to your mind, say it.
Okay.
Unsolicited.
Okay.
When it has to do with crossover men, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The fact that they are not well traveled.
I know I said don't think about it, but that sounds like something that's been in your mind for a while now.
Yes, because somebody who is well traveled from a conversation with the person, you will know. The ideology that most cross-Riverian men have or possess is irritating. If you have a one-on-one conversation with them, they are so mediocre.
Nothing past
No shade, so
nothing past beer, fish, and hotel room.
and if
Prove me wrong. I say nothing past beer, fish, and hotel room. That is where like I said, prove me wrong if I'm prove me wrong. I mean, unsolicited. First thing that comes to my mind about Cross River men, about Bookie men. I'll be directional with this. I'm like, I don't know if you're supposed to laugh because this is not funny. About Bookie men. Una bad. Una no good. Una no good. I said what I said. Central men, una no good. So yeah. All right. And also, how will you describe in all of this, their badness? They can love you.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, if a cross man loves you, if you put them for mind to love you, now you go run. But how will you describe a Cross River State man's kind of love?
Okay. Like a 4-bedroom apartment.
I was thinking too. What do you mean 4-bedroom apartment? What do you mean by 4-bedroom apartment, please?
So they're very generous.
Yeah.
With their love.
I wanted to say be specific with that generosity. Let's know where they are generous, please. Is it with their money?
With their love and their money. Well, I don't understand how you say you love a person, but you now love 3 other people with them.
The love of Christ. They go wrong.
And that love is not unconditional love.
Very conditional.
Yes, it's very conditional.
Very conditional.
So they're very generous with their love and their money too. And I think that that's one of the reasons why most of the young guys coming up are not really financially buoyant. Because there's no wise use or spending of money. If, for instance, now a young guy has a $1 million, a million naira. Okay, if a young man from Cross River State has $1 million, the first thing that will come to his mind, apart from probably buying land, if the money will even carry land, is a girl, is a woman. If a man just blow, the first thing that come to the man's mind is a girl. Let me just enjoy myself. They call it enjoy myself. And that enjoyment involves women. And when you involve women, you will spend the money. So that's why we have a lot of young men today who are up to even 35, 36, 37, 38. They are not married because they don't know how to channel their resources to the right
You just said something now that came to my mind. Would they really spend the money? Do Cross River women really bill people for money?
Okay, speaking from experience, no.
No! Don't go too far. Don't worry yourself. Cross River babes know they bill men for money. So where would they really spend the money on? Because you can take this girl. I don't really think it's a good thing because they tend to have this wife materialness in them to the wrong people.
Okay.
To the wrong people. Because this same girl, not only Cross River girl, I see they fall in love with married man. Why? This man, oh God help me, please. This man makes that money. Let's say he sold off bags of cocoa, came to Calabar, carry girl. Where they won't go? No, they leave you come. They won't upgrade small. When leave you come. Or which I don't even think living income is more of an because income has fantastic facilities. Yeah. We are being honest. So
yes, that's true.
Living income is not entirely an upgrade to something else here in Calabar. It's almost the same thing, if not income being better. You take a girl out to a club. Let's say you bought bricks of 200 200,000. Now plenty more. If you spread 200,000 for 200 you go to send 1 million they grow. You bought bricks at the club from BDC, 200,000 from that 1 million. Typical example. You do Dorime, maybe with a Glen or with a VSOP, with a Mattel or any of those drinks. Let's say you come buy casket joint self like 500K for drinks. No go rich. They're no good one. I'm just exaggerating to the most. Now 700 don't go so. After I don't chop drink for club, the next place na hotel. Which hotel you won't go? Let me call one of the high-end hotels. Currently it's Channel View, Transcorp, and yeah, Channel because yeah, those are the two like high, very expensive hotels. How much you want pay for a night? Let's say you go carry their like most expensive room where they no go carry. Let's keep it at 100K. One of maybe their suits and hair like room and parlor go there 100K. Now 800 be that.
Mm.
The next money, how much you go give the girl? 100K. Now 900 be that. 1 million no finish. But there are places you will go. That 1 million naira may not even buy you an entrance into the club.
Mm.
So Cross River babes are affordable, they are sweet, they are nice, but I think they need to up their worth. And I'm not
That's
talking
true.
about upping your worth in terms of sexual value.
Mhm.
No. There's so many things you can offer to a man that has nothing to do with sex. And you still be valuable to that person. If this man loves you so much, let him fund your dreams. Your dreams could be traveling outside the country. Your dreams could be opening a business. Your dreams could be pursuing that master degree, that PhD course. Your dreams could be opening your own. Yeah, I think I've mentioned opening your business and all of that.
Yeah.
Before he even sees what the color of your pants is. Like I said, Cross River babes are affordable. So affordable if you want to ask me. I just mentioned a typical example where this is like the highest money they will spend in the club, and 1 million still no finish. You can't try that with an Igbo girl. You will not try that with an Igbo girl. I'm not from Igbo, but I will say that that's just the simple truth. So I don't really understand why they are doing all of that. So for me, how I would describe the Cross River State man's love is they want love, they want the benefits, but they don't want the commitment it comes with.
That's true.
They want everything. Give them that love like you would your husband, especially these married ones. Especially these married ones. They want you to fall in love with them, but they don't want the responsibility that comes with a woman who has fallen in love with a man because they start calling you, you're too clingy, you're too this, you're too that. But you made her so. You made her get used to you, and suddenly it's a problem. So they have this love to give, but they don't want the commitment that comes with the love. And for the single guys, I think they're a bit too unserious.
Yes.
They're a bit too, at your age. Why
I
are you a
feel they still
playboy?
have time.
Do you get at your age? Why are you a playboy? At your age, you're a playboy. So what you go can do when you reach your papa age? Who you go can they play with? So they have this love to give, but whenever they see the commitment and everything, that they're like, no, this is not what we came here for. This is not what we came here for. So this is it really. We didn't finish our six chat, but we have finished all the gossip we have. We'll see you in the next episode of Sips and Gossip. Like I said, this program is proudly sponsored by Track Homes. So see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.